and come home, and my wife can't tell either way if I've had a great day or a horrible day. And it may sound strange, but it's because I know the next day I wake up, it's a whole new day with a new activity, and a bad week after 3 days can turn into a great week if you finish off strong, and you complete the last 2 days of the week. And so that's kind of the number one thing. I think agents need to come into this with a long-term focus. They need to understand that they're not going to learn everything they need to know within a couple of weeks. They need to be committed to working hard, certainly working hard and being open to doing whatever it takes to succeed, the old burning the bridges concept. Now, the second point would be related to why agents fail, would be the lead aspect of the program. So I see a lot of agents that have a mentality that they don't want to invest money. And again, what it goes back to is they don't take this as a business. They take it as a short-term solution to a long-term problem or a get-rich-quick type of business. The best agents that succeed, number one, they manage themselves well, which is related to point one. But then point number two, they commit to a lead program week in, week out. They always have leads to buy. They don't mind doing what it takes to go see them, whether that means driving 2 or 3 hours away, whatever it takes, because they know if they have leads and people to see, they will make sales because they've got the work ethic and the mentality involved in it. So I have turned away agents personally because, they just don't have the money, or they don't have the courage really to commit to a program. And, because this business is primarily lead-based. Very few make it working cold, door to door. And so you've got to just, treat it like a business. Every other business that's out there requires some sort of capital investment on an ongoing basis. I know, Matt, you've run business, so you understand what that means. And, this is no different. What's great about this business is that it doesn't take nearly as much as a brick-and-mortar type operation. You can be very successful with very minimal cash investment.
That's true, and I'll add, it seems to be somewhat of a roller coaster ride at times, somewhat of a bipolar business, as a lot of us call it.
It is.
And agents have to realize how to, I guess, understand the highs are the high and the lows are low, and you could have both in one day. You could have one in one day, and you just have to just keep plugging ahead, because all it takes is one house, and you write a couple for a couple of $1,000s in AP, and boom, you're back on track.
I can share a perfect example of what happened yesterday, if that's all right with you, Matt.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, so I've been in this business 4 years. I do fairly well. I've gone through highs and lows multitude of times, but we all still do it, still experience it, no matter your tenure in the business. So I was out. I had a case the other day I wrote. Well, this was last week. The lady was approved. It was a $100 a month policy, pretty good-sized policy. She was what I call a lay-down. It was easy. She got it. I helped her out. She appreciated it well. She got her policy. She got approved. And I went to visit her because I was visiting a neighbor of hers. And I just stopped in, and I was actually going to talk about our Medicare coverage. And she said, "Oh, hey, Dave, I was going to call you and cancel your policy." And I was like flipping out. I said, "Well, what do you mean? Why are you canceling my policy, lady?" And, she said, "Well, this other agent came in, and I had to buy what she had. It was so great. It was wonderful. And, I'm really sorry. I know you helped me out and all, but all this stuff, I wasted your time, I know, but she just said I've got double indemnity, and even though it's $15 more a month and all this stuff," and I was just like, face palming myself on the inside, because I thought, are you stupid? Of course I said other choice words, but I'll keep it, reasonable here on the recording. But, I tried to make my best case plea. The lady had yet to finalize some things, and she kind of put me off, which is the death knell. When you don't get a firm commitment and cancellation, it's probably over. So she had called me yesterday to bring this full circle. She called to cancel entirely. That just couldn't make reason with this lady, and it was somewhat embarrassing, and it frustrated me. So I kind of started the day off really pissed and kind of my ego bruised. So I went and I ran some appointments, and by 5 hours later, 5 hours of running appointments, I had made a total commission of 5,000 plus. And so there you go, highs and lows in a day. I mean, I haven't been this upset about a case in a long time. But then the very same day, I went out and I had a banner day. I mean, that's a banner week for all I'm concerned. So point is that that's this business, and, you got to learn how to handle both sides of it, because you will experience it. It's a natural disposition of every successful final expense agent.
True, yeah. That's what you call putting a bad situation in the rearview mirror.
You do. You have to have this ability to have. You have to have short-term amnesia. You got to have the ability to wake up the next day, kind of feeling positive and always feeling hopeful. Because if you start